Namaste, mamas, and namaste to your babies. I hope you're both doing really well. For today's session, we're going to use a chair, the wall, a blanket or towel, 2 blocks, and a bolster. So start by folding the towel and placing it by the wall. Sit on the towel with your legs crossed and your whole spine resting against the wall. Shoulders are relaxed, hands are resting on your thighs, eyes are closed, and start connecting to your breath. You can choose to be with your legs crossed or with the soles of your feet pressing against each other, whatever's more comfortable for you today. Start connecting to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly through your nose. Your mouth is closed. As we were saying last week, at this point of pregnancy, it's super normal to have some discomfort, especially on the back. So we'll continue to work on softening this discomfort by creating some space and stretching. Let the breath relax you. Bring the hands to your belly and connect to your baby. Feel the sacred space that your baby is occupying and honor it. As we approach the end of the pregnancy, it's very easy to complain about the discomfort, but let's enjoy these last weeks because it does go fast. So let's take the time to be here and now and enjoy what it means to be at this point of the pregnancy with happiness and with joy. Take one final breath here, and when you're done, you can come onto all fours. Make sure your chair is at the back of your mat so that your chair is reachable to you if you straighten your legs. If you like, you can place the blanket under your knees to have a more cushiony surface, or if you don't need the blanket, just go bare on the mat. When you're ready, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, separated hip distance. Spine is neutral, looking down, belly is completely relaxed, feet are relaxed on the floor. And let's start doing some cat-cow breathing, stretching exercise. So as a reminder, when you breathe in, you arch your spine back, shoulders back, tailbone is up, belly down. When you breathe out, you round your spine down, chin to chest, tailbone under like an angry cat, leaving your belly completely neutral. Inhale, breathing in, arching back at your own pace, and when you exhale, rounding down at your own pace. So here, choose your pace. It doesn't need to be the same as last week. It doesn't need to be the same as mine. Listen to your body today. What's your pace today? You close your mouth, you breathe through your nose, making every breath a little longer than the previous one. Inhaling, arching back. Exhaling, rounding down at your own pace. Leaving the belly completely neutral, having plenty of space for your baby to be. When you finish your next exhalation, come to a neutral spine. And now let's start drawing circles with our hips. Big circles. Up, left, down, right. Pick a direction and just free flow here, allowing your spine to gain flexibility and movement. Now turn your head to one side, the other side, getting some flexibility, loosening up your neck. Any tensions there might be, just breathe into them. Now look down, inhale, straighten your right leg and reach for your chair, resting the foot on the chair. Right leg is straight, 90-degree angle at your left leg. Now flex your right foot and press with your right heel backwards. At the same time, press with your hands down. Feel the stretch on your calf. Right leg down, left leg up, resting your left foot on the chair. Left leg is straight, 90-degree angle at your right knee. Now flex your left foot, toes on the chair, and press with your left heel backwards. Feeling the stretch on your calf. Spine is neutral, belly is completely relaxed. You continue breathing, pressing backwards with your heel. Left knee down, come back to a neutral spine. Press down with your hands and sit on your heels. Come to a neutral spine, bring your hands to your belly, close your eyes. Knees are separated hip distance. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel how the previous postures have landed in your body. Now coming up to standing very slowly, take your time. You can use the wall to help you get up. Now make sure the chair is by the wall, so it's like 3 inches far from the wall. You can place it in the middle of your mat. And now take the blanket and place it on the chair. So the back of the chair is about 3 inches from the wall. Now I'm going to demonstrate this posture at one side of the chair, but you'll do it facing the wall. So lift your right leg and press with your hands against the wall. Okay, so now I'm going to the right position, facing the chair, standing in front of the chair, placing the chair in the middle of the mat. Inhale, take your right leg up, foot is flexed, hips are aligned to the wall, and your right sitting bone is pressing backwards. Both legs are straight. Your right foot is flexed with your toes pointing towards your nose. Now from here, fold forward at your hips with a straight spine and reach for the wall, pressing with your hands against the wall. Pressing back. So here you should feel a stretch on your calves and on your hamstrings, especially on the right side. Breathing in and breathing out deeply. Very powerful posture if you have some sciatic nerve pain. You can do this as much as you want during the day. Now back to standing. Take your right foot down. Shake your legs a little to relieve some tension. Inhale, left foot up, left leg straight, left foot flexed, folding forward with a straight spine, hips aligned towards the wall, and reach for the wall with your hands, pressing with your hands against the wall. Spine is straight, left sitting bone is pressing backwards. Left leg is straight, feeling the stretch on your left calf and hamstring. Folding forward with the help of your breath. Coming back up, left foot down. Shake your legs. Place the blanket on the floor and take the chair to the side. We won't need it for a while. Now take the blanket, fold it so it's a thin roll, and come to sit on the blanket. Legs are straight out in front of you. Your sitting bones are on the blanket, allowing your spine to be straight. Make sure you're sitting very close to the wall so your right leg is touching the wall. Now bend your right leg, pressing your right foot down on the mat. Take your left hand behind you, pressing on the mat, and take your right elbow onto your right knee. Pressing towards the left, you can have your right palm up or down or by your chest, whatever's more comfortable for you. So you're pressing with your right elbow down and left, pressing with your left hand down and left, rotating to the left. If you're close to the wall, your right shoulder blade is resting against the wall. Don't worry if you cannot reach for the wall. Inhaling, your spine grows tall. Exhaling, you rotate a little further. Your belly is completely neutral. Your left foot is flexed, your left leg is straight with your thigh muscle engaged. Now coming back to center, bend both knees and turn 180 degrees to the other side. Legs are straight, left leg is touching the wall. Bend your left leg so your left knee is touching the wall. Right hand back, pressing down on the mat. Left elbow on your left knee, pressing down and to the right against the wall. Left hand is in the same position as your right hand was before. So in my case, left palm up high, resting against the wall. Left shoulder blade is also resting against the wall. Again, if you cannot reach for the wall, don't worry. When you inhale, your spine grows tall. When you exhale, you twist a little further. Your belly is completely neutral, no tension at all. Your lower back is completely relaxed. There's no twist in your lower back, just upper back twist, opening your shoulders and your chest. Releasing the posture, take the blanket and place it in the middle of your mat, parallel to the length of your mat. From here, place your sitting bones on the blanket, facing the wall. Straighten your legs and separate them wide. Your feet are touching the wall. Your spine is straight. Now take your arms high and reach with your hands to the wall, as high as you can. And then tilt forward at your hips, folding forward with a straight spine. Your thigh muscles are engaged, your feet are flexed, your spine is straight, your hands are reaching up, pressing against the wall. Your belly is completely relaxed, and so is your head and your neck. Feeling a stretch on your spine, your shoulders, and your legs, especially your inner thighs. Also at your hips. Great posture to relieve tension and to open your hips. Keep breathing deeply. Take your hands down. Interlace your hands behind you. Straighten your arms. Open your chest. Take your shoulders backwards. Now press with your hands back. Bend your knees and turn around 180 degrees. Place the blanket by the wall and sit on the blanket again. Take the blocks with you because you'll need them in the next posture. Sitting on the blanket, pressing with your spine back against the wall, take the soles of your feet together, opening your knees out to the sides. Spine is straight. Shoulder blades are in contact with the wall. Breathe in and breathe out. Now place the two blocks in front of you, separated shoulder distance. Placing your hands on the blocks, slowly start bending forward with a straight spine. Chest down. And every time you exhale, you feel how you can move a little closer to the floor. Maybe you can rest your forearms down and your elbows down on the blocks. Maybe not. In any case, go to your point of resistance and breathe. Allowing for a stretch in your inner thighs and your groin. Also great hip opening posture. Close your mouth and breathe through your nose. Now slowly come back up, walk with your hands backwards. Spine is against the wall. Press your feet down on the floor, a little wider than hip distance, opening the feet out to the sides. Remove the blanket from under your sitting bones and take a block. Place it under your sitting bones and sit on the block. Resting your spine against the wall. The block is also touching the wall. Hands on your belly, knees open to the sides. Close your eyes and breathe in Malasana. One of the best postures for prenatal yoga. Hip opener, pelvic floor strengthening, focus, relaxing posture. If you feel strong today, you may press your hands down on the floor and remove the block from under your sitting bones. And try Malasana without sitting on any block, without any support. You can keep your hands on the floor. Spine is straight. Continue breathing in and breathing out normally. If your breath is compromised, take the block and sit on the block. Now place the two blocks in front of you, separated shoulder distance, way out of the mat. Press with your hands down on the block. Come up onto your feet and separate your feet wide. across the length of your mat, feet parallel, legs straight, and fold forward into a downward facing dog with very open, straight legs. Heels are down. Tailbone is up, spine is straight. Pressing down with your chest. Opening your shoulders, trying to arch your spine. Thigh muscles are engaged. Looking at the wall behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. Now take your feet out to the sides, bend your knees, and come up to stand on your feet. Knees are bent. And now shift your weight from left to right, right to left, from one side to the other. Spine is straight. Take your hands onto your lower belly and start rotating the lower belly and your hips, drawing big circles as if you're dancing. Tailbone up, tailbone under. Change direction. Drawing big circles with your hips and your pelvis. Releasing tension. Now stop in the middle. Tailbone is under, and with every exhalation, you bend a little deeper. Hands into prayer in front of your chest. Breathe. Now release the posture and come to kneel on your mat. Place the bolster at the front of the mat and fold the blanket so it's nice and cushiony but takes the whole width of your mat. We won't need the blocks here, so you can place them on the side. Let's prepare for pigeon pose. So right leg is bent on top of the blanket, left leg is straight and relaxed. Your right foot is either very close to your left hip or a little closer to the front of the mat. It depends on the intensity you want for today's stretch. As I'm taking it easy, I'm having my right foot touching with my left hip in contact. Once you've chosen your position, make sure both hips are pressing down and you fold forward so your forehead is resting on the bolster. If this is uncomfortable because the stretch is too intense or your belly is pressed against the floor, just take the two blocks and rest your elbows and your forearms on the blocks. So choose either resting your forearms on the blocks or your forehead on the bolster, whichever is best for you today. So again, both hips are pressing down. Your arms are relaxed on the floor. Your left leg is straight and relaxed. Your right leg is bent. Your right foot is either close to your left hip or a little closer to the front of the mat, so your right shin is almost parallel to the front of the mat. Once you've chosen the posture, just breathe into it and let gravity do its job. Opening up your hips, releasing tension. Great posture too for sciatic nerve pain. Pressing onto your elbows, coming back onto your hands. Tuck your toes under and change legs. Bending your left leg, choosing whether your left foot is close to your right hip or a little closer to the front of the mat. Choose whatever you've done on the other side. No more, no less. Your right leg is straight and relaxed. Bend forward and then stick to what you've done on the other side. If you've rested your forehead on the bolster, do so now. If you've chosen the blocks, resting your elbows and your forearms on the blocks, then do the same thing now. In any case, both hips pressing down. Breathing in and breathing out through your nose, slowly and steady. Easing into the posture, removing tension, removing stiffness. Great posture at every stage of the pregnancy, for hip opening, for general flexibility. Also great for stress relief. Press onto your elbows, press onto your hands, and very slowly release the posture. Come to kneel on the mat. Placing the blanket in the middle of the mat, place the 2 blocks in front of you and the bolster on top of the blocks. Kneel on the blanket, separating your knees as much as possible, at least the edge of the mat. Big toes touching, and then fold forward. Resting your left ear on the bolster. Hands are relaxed by the sides. Palms are facing down. Child's pose. Again, one of the best postures you can do for stress release, to relieve some pain in your sciatic nerve, to open your hips, to straighten your spine, releasing tension in any part of your body, and just to relax and restore. As your knees are wide open, your belly has plenty of space. It could be resting on the floor, but it doesn't matter. There's no tension, there's no pain. If there's any pain, just back off at any point of the practice, always. Turn your head to the other side, resting your right ear on the bolster. Breathing in and breathing out through your nose. Now pressing onto your hands, coming up, letting go of the posture. And let's prepare for the final relaxation, where we're gonna lay on the left side of the body into a fetal position. So place the bolster at the front of the mat, the blanket in the middle of your mat where you'll rest your belly, and then have the chair at the end of the mat. So this posture might take some adjustments, but once we're in it, it's really comfortable. So it's totally worth the setup. So laying on the left side, let's decide, depending on how tall you are, how close the chair needs to be. Resting the head on the bolster, the belly resting on the blanket, and take your right leg and place it on the chair. So you might need to adjust the chair closer to you or further away, but in both cases your knees are bent about 30 degrees. You're laying on your left side. And make sure this posture is comfortable. You don't need to stick to it if this is not comfortable. So if you're not comfortable, just let go of the chair. And just place your knees together into a fetal position. So it's totally up to you. It's your practice, your session for you and your baby alone. So anytime I suggest something that doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it. Just listen to your body today. Start taking control of your breath again. Breathing in and breathing out through your nose. Letting every exhalation take you a little deeper into your relaxation. Enjoying being here and now, without any other thoughts in your mind. Just focusing on your breath, flowing in and out of your body, and relaxing every cell of your body. You may stay here for as long as you like, or if you want to continue moving on, slowly make your way up to sitting. Take the blanket, place it by the wall, and sit on the blanket. Spine is straight, shoulder blades are resting on the wall. Hands are resting on your thighs, eyes are closed. Spine is straight. Take your hands to your belly and connect to your baby. Feel what the effects of today's practice have been for your baby. Feel with your hands the space that your baby is taking. A temple within your body, so a temple within a temple, and honor it. Breathe into it as deeply as you can, feeling how when you inhale, your belly expands. When you exhale, your belly contracts naturally. Bring your hands into prayer in front of your chest. Thank yourself for this beautiful stretching session. And thank you for sharing the journey of your pregnancy with me. Namaste.